team K1T8. Our partner team is from K2T8. We exchange our information during the discussion session. I'm in charge of transportation engineering.
And for me, I'm Jungyan and I'm in charge of environmental engineering. The information is also taken from the other team. And this time, I'm going to investigate about the water and the domestic waste in the area.
I'm Wong, and I'm in charge of hydraulic and hydrology engineering. I'm in charge of the assignment related to 3E.
Hi, my name is Chandra, and I'm in charge of structural engineering. I'm going to talk about the building structure assignment that was given to the K1 students.
Structural engineering is a specialty within the field of civil engineering which focuses on the framework of structures and on designing those structures to withstand the stresses and the pressures of their environment and remain safe, stable and secure throughout their use. In other words, structural engineers make sure that the building don't fall and the bridges don't collapse. In this introduction to civil engineering course, building structure was the first assignment to be given to the K1 students. This assignment allowed us to understand that self-weight of a building is a basic data that is required in designing of a building. I worked with 4 other coursemates of mine in order to successfully present this project by calculating weight of D01 building. We have discussed and divided our job, and my role was to present a 3D drawing on D01 building which we were working on. With the help of other teammates, we have observed and surveyed through the building in order to get an approximate perimeter of the building, which helped me a lot with my 3D drawing. We have calculated the length of the building and force on the column and draw in order to find the approximate weight of the material.
Okay, so we are now at the transportation lab. So I guess you already know what I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to talk about transportation engineering. Transportation engineering is one of the branches of civil engineering. A transport engineer involved in the planning, designing, operation and maintenance of a safe and efficient transportation system. These systems are usually large and expensive. These systems include waterways, roadways, railways and intermodal operation. That's why transportation engineering also includes some of the fields such as highway engineering, railway engineering and airport engineering. Transportation engineers are crucial in providing a safe, efficient, rapid and comfortable transportation systems for people and goods transport. Transportation engineers not only need to focus on the infrastructure like bridges and roads, and also the individual unit such as cars and trains, but they also need to focus on the experience of the users of this mode of transport. So in our transportation engineering assignments, we were asked to analyze the problems of traffic conditions in School of Civil Engineering and suggest a way to overcome it. The first problem we have discovered is the bus stop in front of D10. That bus stop is located just right on the Lingkaran Ilmu. As a result, the bus stop will block a lot of cars during peak hours such as 8 AM. The students are all taking bus to classes. It will cause a traffic congestion behind the bus while it is only a single lane road. So our solution to these problems is to move the bus stop to another location or just remove it, because there is a bus stop just 200 meters away from that bus stop located at N24. That bus stop is not too far away from the School of Civil Engineering also. Next, the problem of traffic in School of Civil Engineering is that the intersection of D10 is too near to the intersection to KTDI. As a result, when cars need to move out from the roads into the Lingkaran Ilmu, it will need to wait for quite a long time to move, especially during peak hours. The solution to this problem is that to install a smart sensor traffic light system on the intersections. This smart sensor traffic light system will indicate whether there is a car waiting to move in the intersection or not. With this smart traffic light system, the movement of vehicles in this intersection will be smoother as there will be no waiting time for their turn to move.
What is environmental engineering? Environmental engineering uses the principles of engineering, soil science, biology, and even chemistry to solve environmental issues. So basically, they uses all the knowledge to solve problems such as waste disposal, public health, control of air and water pollution, and even recycling purpose. So they are used to maintain and sustain our environment for a better living in UTM. For example, environmental engineers, they design the systems, processes, and equipments to handle all the pollution and waste safely. A very good example of this is the wastewater management system. For waste disposal, they need to reduce the contamination and prevent the airborne and waterborne diseases in the sewers from spreading to the people using cutting-edge technology. Okay, so let's move on to environmental engineering assignment. This assignment is to allow us to appreciate and understand how important the water from untreated until treated and for our usage. One of the investigation areas this time is in Bandar Penawa, Johor. The company that treats the water is called Rantil Syarikat Air Johor. The raw water source is taken from Sungai Lebam and treated at Sungai Lebam plant. The average distance of the plant to housing area at Bandar Penawa is roughly 6 km. The price of usage for 5 people is around 20 to 25 ringgit. Depends on the family usage. In addition, there is also domestic waste from each and every family in Bandar Penawa, Johor. From what we have observed, the rubbish is collected every Wednesday, but there is no recycling center in the housing area. Therefore, the rubbish is collected by Zaquin Resources Sendirian Berhad and thrown at PBT Pengerang, Johor. That is what we have learned so far.
First of all, I would like to introduce about what is hydraulic and hydrology engineering. It's the profession of civil engineering related to circulation, properties, and distribution of water in the soil and underlying rocks, on the surface of soil, and in the atmosphere. The hydraulic and hydrology engineering also deals with the problems and issues involving with storage and the flow of water. Other than that, those hydraulic and hydrology engineers work to prevent flood and supply water for cities, irrigation, and industry. Besides, they also put effort on protecting beaches and manage and redirect the rivers. For this subfield of civil engineering, we have made an assignment related to it. This assignment is about to deal with the massive land losses due to coastal erosion at northeast coast of Kelantan. Besides, the annual flood and interior area of Kelantan not only brought large volume of sediments deposited at the river mouth, but also formed sandbar which impeded the passage of boats. To tackle with these problems, we propose to carry out a coastal land reclamation at the river mouth to provide new land areas to replace the corroded coastlines. Moreover, we propose that a channel should be dredged to allow the all boats access into the river at all times.
As a summary of the video project, we can conclude that all the 4 assignments are related to civil engineering, as they are all the subfields of civil engineering.
All the subfields of engineering are professional discipline in civil engineering.
And what we can see is these 4 assignments are related to civil engineering, and these assignments aim to enable us to have a basic concept of civil engineering.
Through these 4 assignments, we now have a clearer picture on what we are going to study throughout these 4 years of degree. Through structural engineering, we now learn how a building was built and also allowing us to understand the interior parts of the building, which are columns, beams, and slabs. Moreover, we also learn the calculation of load, dead load, and important role in designing of a building structure.
In transportation engineering, we have learned how to analyze transportation and traffic problems in real-life situations. We have also learned how to suggest ways to overcome and improve the situation such as traffic congestion.
So, in hydraulic and hydrology engineering, we managed to make an analysis on the seashore condition of Kuala Besar Kelantan from this assignment. Then, we suggest ways to deepen the sea level of the seashore, such as dredging channel. Moreover, we also make suggestions on how to reclaim the land by carrying out land development and building gardens.
Last but not least, the last assignment is about environmental engineering, and the investigation area is at each student's home. We have to understand how the water is treated for domestic usage and also figure out where the domestic waste goes to be treated.
As in conclusion, we learned a lot from these assignments.
This video project is a very good chance for us to know better about civil engineering.
After we know better about this civil engineering subfields, we can make a good choice on which subfield that suits us.
So after all of these assignments, we are also able to go do other research on other subfields of civil engineering as well. That's all from us. Thank you.